So, more movie news, and this is revolving around Star Wars. Now, as everyone probably knows at this point, Disney has now announced that they will be doing not only just a new trilogy of Star Wars films, but Star Wars anthology films. Obviously, with Gareth Edwards' Rogue One coming out, I believe, next year, we have a new film that is announced. And there's been a lot of talk of who's going to be directing what and who they picked. Obviously, Josh Tank, who was supposed to be directing one, he apparently got kicked out because he wanted to do things his way, and Disney said, yeah, we're not feeling your vision, and there were a lot of horror stories coming out of Fantastic Four, apparently, his film, so they were like, yeah, we don't want you on this project because we have a specific vision for this, and you don't match up, and you're being a dick about it, so that tie got cut. Anyway, but now Disney's announced that they're going to be doing another anthology film that they're doing, and it's going to be a Han Solo series. Yeah, film, excuse me, why did I say series? Yeah, it's going to be a Han Solo movie, and it's going to take place in the early years of Han's life, during his time before he ever joined the Rebellion, or met Leia, or Luke, or anybody else. I think the premise loosely is the idea behind it is that this is how Han met Lando and Chewbacca. So that'd be cool. I think that would be a pretty good match right there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Han Solo, really, of course, I really dig the character. I mean, who doesn't? It's Han frickin' Solo. But the main thing is that how it is convincing major Star Wars fans, because now you have a major character, probably one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars history, played by another actor. Now, obviously, since this is Han Solo in his younger years, it can't be Harrison Ford. So, yeah, hopefully, people are going to be very, off-put by the idea of having Han played by another actor. That's going to be a major problem for a lot of people. That's going to be, that might prove to be a problem. Now, they have announced directors, though, and I'll get back to the whole actor thing in a minute. But yeah, they've announced directors, and is the same team behind the Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street. I really love the Lego Movie, and 21 Jump Street, the first one is actually pretty funny, at least in my opinion. I like the first 21 Jump Street movie. The second one, it's alright, not as good as the first. But yeah, out of the stuff they've done, out of the things they've done, and they're going to be doing the Flash movie. I think they're still behind the Flash movie. Out of the things they've done, the Lego Movie is probably the best thing these directors have done. Phil Lord, and Christopher Miller. These guys are going to be behind it, and they've done 21 Jump Street and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the Lego Movie, mostly done for doing a lot of comedy. Granted, a lot of good comedy, and yeah, now this kind of works in a weird kind of way. Let me explain. Han Solo is this very cocky, very arrogant, and he's a very take no prisoner kind of person. He's very much like Mal Duncan from Mal Reynolds. Yeah, Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, and obviously because that was probably the character he was based on. But yeah, he's this very cocky, very assured of himself kind of character, and he probably in his younger years was a very spry, very witty and sarcastic character. I mean, we saw that a lot throughout Harrison Ford's run as Han Solo. Harrison Ford's run as Han Solo in the original trilogy. So a younger one would probably be a lot more, he'd be a little more mean-spirited, and you do see a lot of mean-spirited jokes in, even hell, in the, I lost my train of thought. Even in the Lego Movie, there's some mean-spirited jokes in there. But I really like the idea of these two putting, again, this could easily suck, but they have yet to do anything bad, really. I mean, they have yet to do anything bad, in my opinion. Everything they've done... Well, then again, I've only seen 3 of their movies they've done. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs... Well, yeah, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 21 Jump Street, and Lego Movie in the second 21 Jump Street movie. But anyway, I'm getting off track again. So they could pull this off. I feel like they know what they're doing, because they do know how to handle drama as well as, humor. And I feel like you kind of need that for this kind of... You really need to do, like, a Space Outlaws kind of story with Han. And again, if this is the story of how he met Chewbacca, totally fine with that. Maybe a younger Chewbacca, maybe it'll be motion cap. I don't know. I don't want to motion capture Chewbacca. That would just take away from it. But, you got to look at the other way, that Peter Mayhew is I hate to say it, I really do, but Peter Mayhew is a very old, has gotten very on in years. So, hell, he had he suffered, he was in a hospital, I think in and out of a hospital 1 or 2 times during filming for Force Awakens. So, you really have to look at this and go like, yeah, maybe someone else should be Chewbacca, or, I don't know. I really don't know, but I think, I don't want to see I want to see a Pseudimation Chewbacca. I'm all for upgrading effects and whatnot, but there are some effects are, just like, God, that would be a sin, and I know I wouldn't be the only one, like, yeah, do not make Chewbacca motion capture. God, no. Anyway. Another thing I would like to see in this film is maybe we can see the, when Han Solo started working for Jabba. That could be another cool thing, is like see Jabba the Hutt and, the younger years when Solo worked for him. And of course, I would like to see, it would be cool to see a younger, Lando, and as well as, how, maybe this could also be the film of how explaining, at least in this canon universe, of how how he got, how Solo got the Falcon. That might be another story element that they might explore in this movie universe. I don't know if we'll have Boba Fett in here. It'd be cool, but I would not put it past him to... Okay, let me explain... Before I go any further, let me explain this. Sorry. Let me explain this. In the new comics by Jason Aaron, there's an in-canon character now that was Han Solo's wife. Yeah, Han Solo had a wife in these new Jason Aaron comics, and it might be... And there's a lot of speculation saying that she may show up in one of these movies, and it would be an interesting idea to put her in this one, because again, we don't know much about Han in his younger life, and according to the Jason Aaron comics for Star Wars, he ditched her at the altar, at a very young age, so that would make sense. Yeah. So yeah, with, and it's also kind of funny, because it's kind of like the same idea of Blues Brothers of this because now in the comics, Han Solo's ex-wife is now chasing him across the galaxy, and it's kind of like the same idea as in Blues Brothers, and it's hilarious because Carrie Fisher was Jake's vengeful fiance. So, yeah, it kind of we're connecting the dots here, people. We're connecting the dots. Oh, man. But again, like, going back to the actor thing, that's a tough one. I mean, you could get Chris Pratt. I think Chris Pratt would be a cool young Solo. I mean, look at him in Guardians of the Galaxy and now in Jurassic World and just be like, yeah, he could do it. But I don't know if, how young I don't think we'll make him, young. I don't want to see teenage Solo. I would like to see Solo when he was, maybe, mid to late 20s, early 30s in the latest. That kind of age, and I think Pratt would be kind of like an obvious choice. Chris Pine would be an interesting Solo. In fact, yeah, Chris Pine would be another interesting Han Solo. I think that would be an interesting pick for him. But yeah, the possibilities are just completely endless for this film. I really dig Han Solo. I think there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and not just in one film. Keep that in mind, not just in one film. And I know in the extended universe, in the Dark Horse run at least, he was kind of like a Imperial cadet that, went rogue after being forced to, being ordered to kill Chewbacca and his family, and he said no, and then him and Chewie took off and became BFFs forever. But now in this new universe, it's a totally new game. But, yeah, really interested to see where they're going to go with this, so, yeah. Just have to wait and see. Anyway, once again, you guys. So what do you guys tell me? So you guys tell me, what do you guys think of the announcement of the Han Solo film? Do you guys like it? Do you like the idea? Do you hate the idea? What do you want to see in this story? Do you want to see a young Lando? Do you want to see how Han got the Millennium Falcon? Do you want to see his Falcon? And do you want to see Chewbacca, how he met Chewbacca, or his time working for Jabba. So many things you could do with this, and I think you could. I know these are supposed to be one and done movies, but you could honestly make a few films out of Solo's life. Anyway, so you guys just tell me in the comments below, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I apologize for kind of tripping over my words a few times. Sorry. Anyway, so once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.